3 daughters, and I tell my daughters, well, if rape is inevitable, you should just lie back and enjoy it. So that's not how we roll. That's not how I won this election.
Okay, everybody, time to meet Robert Regan. As you can tell from that video, not a great guy. He's talking there about not backing down from their conspiracy theory that the 2020 election was stolen from Donald Trump. And he decided that casually throwing in, there he is right there, Robert Regan, casually throwing a reference to the fact that women should just try to enjoy their sexual assault seems crazy to even think of, let alone to say on a video chat with women. David, this guy just won a Michigan State House seat primary, special primary election for the 74th House District in Michigan. He is going to have some political power in theory.
He could if he wins, right? And he now has to get past the Democrat in the general election, and maybe this becomes a seat that Democrats can pick up. And this gets right to, look, this guy's a lunatic. And it's not just the stuff about enjoying if you're getting raped. I think he's also dismissed the idea that COVID is a real thing. He thinks that the vaccine is, to control you. So this guy's way out there in a very disgusting way. But it gets to this idea that Democrats may get helped in some of these, whether it's state house races or congressional races, by the Republican candidates who win these primaries. And to the extent that there is a nutcase like this guy who wins the Republican primary, and he has, all of a sudden that race in the state legislature becomes far more competitive and a greater chance of a Democratic pickup just because of how evil and crazy this guy is. So that's another reason to pay attention to local political races.
Yeah. You're right, and I hope that that's the effect. Maybe we can talk about that a little bit more later on. Of course, it's like in one direction you have they are fielding crazier and crazier candidates. They're also gerrymandering the hell out of the country and passing laws to make it harder to vote. So that might ease the path a little bit for some of their crazies. But as you pointed out, he is insane. Some conservative groups have even condemned him for his recent comments, saying that not only his casual joke about liking sexual assault, but also the Russian invasion of Ukraine, they called it despicable, disqualifying, saying that he is unworthy to serve in the Michigan legislature. One would think, I don't know, Marjorie Greene is a congresswoman and she believes in Jewish space lasers, so God only knows. Here's a few of the other things he's said online. Feminism is only applied against white men because it has absolutely nothing to do with protecting women as a sex or defending the feelings of individual women. It is a Jewish program to degrade and subjugate white men. Okay, the right supposedly takes anti-Semitism seriously. We'll see. There's this meme about that Jewish people are the real virus in the world. And look, there are so many other, if you go through his posts about the Rothschilds, and I mean, it's a lot of conspiracies generally tied to someone Jewish. And he won the primary. It is amazing what you can get away with right now on the right, David.
And it gets to, I mean, there are a number of books and articles that are being written about what's happening in Ohio and Wisconsin and Michigan because of the gerrymandering. People are trying to be like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert and Donald Trump because they feel like, oh, that's what they aspire to. And as a result, because a lot of these candidates at the local level are not facing competitive races, they can be as crazy as they want, and their Republican conservative district is not going to hold them to account. And in many cases, I would imagine if you polled most voters in Michigan in this particular district, they probably didn't know most of the stuff about them. Well, now they're going to find out. But again, we have an institutional flaw in the way our politics is set up, particularly among conservatives right now, where they don't face the kind of competition, the kind of scrubbing that they should be facing before a primary. And as a result, you get lunatic anti-Semites like this who actually are on the ballot for the general election.
Yeah, well, I mean, these sorts of craze, maybe not him. Maybe he'll be too much, but the people, the new candidates who are patterning themselves after like the Boeberts and the Gateses and the Greens and the Cawthorns can probably raise money. They'll get endorsements from people like Trump. They can appear on right-wing media. Whatever obstacles the establishment could throw up on the right, if they wanted to, and they don't even necessarily generally seem willing to, I feel like there's a lot more like ways around those obstacles for truly crazy candidates at this point.
Yeah, it's almost like there's an incentive out there. The crazier things you say, the more media attention you may get, the more higher profile your media profile, because people are curious. They're going to want to interview this guy. Did you really say it? Did you really mean it? And again, there's this sort of built-in, baked-in incentive to have people saying more and more extreme things, particularly in districts that are all conservative or all Republican, because that's how you break ahead. That's how you set yourself apart. And we haven't yet figured out in America yet, in these particular districts, how do we still hold people to account? How do we make them have some shame when the political system won't give that any of them?
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.